now have to turn our attention to a retort that's gone from the Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi himself, against members of the Congress party who have resorted to Gaali politics to undermine and demean the Prime Minister. They in fact chanted slogans on the tarmac of the IGI airport saying that Modi's grave will be dug. The Prime Minister has responded during his campaign in Meghalaya as well as Nagaland by saying Kabar nahi khudegi but Kamal khilega. Modi has now responded directly to the likes of Pawan Khera as well as others who had made those claims against the Prime Minister. Let's listen to what the Prime Minister actually said.
कुछ लोग जिनको देश ने नकार दिया है, जिन्हें देश अब स्वीकार करने के लिए तैयार नहीं है, जो निराशा की गर्त में डूब चुके हैं, वो आजकल माला जपते हैं माला, और वो कह रहे हैं मोदी तेरी कबर खुदेगी। ये निराशा के गर्त में डूबे लोग ये कह रहे हैं, माला जपते जपते कह रहे हैं मोदी तेरी कब्र खुदेगी। लेकिन देश कह रहा है, हिंदुस्तान की आवाज कह रही है, हिंदुस्तान का हर कोना कह रहा है, मोदी तेरा कमल खिलेगा।
So that was Prime Minister Narendra Modi during the campaign trail in Meghalaya, and this is of course coming after the Prime Minister had been abused by the Congress party on the tarmac of the IGI airport. This was shortly after Pawan Khera had been deboarded and they raised slogans such as Modi Teri Khabar Khudegi. Let me in fact go across to Nibir for more on this. Nibir, the campaign is of course in full flow in both Meghalaya as well as Nagaland, which go to the polls shortly. Tell us about what the Prime Minister actually said in response to the kind of claims coming from the Congress camp which have been quite derisive in nature.
Well, if you see, whenever the Prime Minister makes a grand visit in the northeast of the country, the opposition is never slow to react to it. And they have likewise criticized the visit of the Prime Minister and also questioned regarding yesterday's detention of Pawan Khera. However, to this, the Prime Minister has sharply reacted and saying that no matter how much they try to dig the graves of the BJP, more and more lotus will blossom in the northeast as well as the rest of the country. So this is a strong pitch that the Prime Minister has taken out today in one of the rallies in Meghalaya. He has, mind you, visited both Nagaland and Meghalaya today, which are stated to be going for elections on the 27th of February. And also, he has highlighted the works that has been done in the northeast, especially the amount of budgetary allocation that has been increased in recent times. And to that, that was the response of the Prime Minister regarding the opposition remarks that have been leveled against him by the Congress and the likes of the Congress.
Okay, Nibir, actually stay with us. Let's also listen into what the Congress party actually said, and that was what Mr. Narendra Modi was actually responding to. This is on the tarmac of the IGI airport, where they raised slogans against the Prime Minister after Pawan Khera had been deboarded. Let's listen. So Nibir, what the Prime Minister actually said is something that has a precedent, because if we go back to the Gujarat elections of 2017, that's when Manishankar Iyer had levelled the neech jibe against the Prime Minister, and we saw what happened in that particular election where even though the Congress put up a good fight, it did lose that election. So when Prime Minister Narendra Modi says that personal attacks against me will only make myself and the party stronger, he's actually right.
Yes, absolutely. When he actually was referring to those comments made by the Congress today that Kabar Khudegi, they'll dig the graves of the BJP, and to which the Prime Minister has swiftly responded that that these kind of sloganeering is not much of a use when it comes to the BJP's election campaign, and they have been relying on development works that have been initiated in the last 8 years, and also the number of high-level visits from the central ministry that have increased in the northeastern states. So he has been commenting on those aspects of development when it comes to countering the remarks leveled by the opposition when it comes to the tarmac protest that was seen in Indira Gandhi International Airport regarding the detention of Pawan Khera, who was earlier yesterday detained by the police.
Right, and Nibir, just as a follow-up, since you've also been tracking the election campaign in the Northeast, this is, of course, something that was also said in Shillong, where the BJP does face a challenge in Meghalaya because the NPP and the BJP are contesting separately, even though they might be allies at the centre. As far as the state is concerned, the BJP is up against a fairly competitive NPP, which seems more confident by the day. So tell us about your take on how that campaign is progressing.
Absolutely, two very crucial states for the BJP, especially Meghalaya, because this time they are going all solo. They were in alliance, post-poll alliance with the NPP, who Congress Sangma-led government. But this time, both the NPP and the BJP has decided to go solo. So that will be a big challenge. However, the BJP is relying on the face of Narendra Modi, who enjoys a considerable popularity in Shillong, as evident from the roadshow today we witnessed, and as well as in other parts of the Meghalaya. Secondly, for Nagaland is concerned, Nagaland in 20 seats will be given to the BJP and 40 seats will be given to the NDPP. So BJP and the ruling government currently are in alliance, and they are going to take on the NPF. So BJP looks really strong in terms of their alliance partner NDPP in Nagaland. However, for Meghalaya is concerned, this is going to be challenged, but with the campaigning of Narendra Modi as well as Home Minister Amit Shah and
it is in Meghalaya that he chose to make that comment.